Hello, I'm going to show you how to get Ashes of Creation installed on Linux. So the first thing I want to do is give a shout out to the Ashes of Creation forums, Azoth and Funky Chicken, as they were the main contributors and everyone else on the forums that helped get this working. What you need first is Steam. Everything I'm installing is through Flatpak, FlatHub. Next thing is bottles. Then the next thing is Flatseal. You can get away without using Flatseal, but it just makes life a lot easier. So the first thing I want to kind of just show you is I am running Fedora with Wayland and a full AMD build. So I just kind of want to show you my specs so you can kind of compare it to yours. So the first thing you want to do after you've installed everything is create your bottles installation. So what you do is click on the plus here, you can name it Ashes Creation, make sure to select gaming, and then what helped me out was changing my bottle default directory. So for now I'm just going to put it in downloads, but you can put it anywhere in your home folder or an external drive, but just to remove any permission issues or any other abnormalities, I'm just going to put in downloads, as I don't want to create unnecessary. Okay, so let me do this. I'll just create a new folder for bottles and select that, and then Ashes 2, great. And then let that finalize. Click close. Then Ashes 2. So the first thing you want to do is install the dependencies. So you'll start at the very top here. You can do a search for them, but they're all the way almost to the bottom, both of them. So the first thing is WebView 2. That's Microsoft Edge WebView 2. Let that install. And then the second one is going to be VC Redrate 2022. So once those are both installed, let's see, let that go. It's going to take a bit. Hopefully it'll go pretty soon. There we go. So I've already installed both of the dependencies on this other bottle, just to show you and not have to wait for it to download. So here's VCR2 and then WebView. Those are the only two you need to install. The next thing you need to do is go to Tools, then click on Legacy Wine Tools, and Configuration. That'll open up this window here. Then click on this one here, the MS Edge Web Viewer. Then change the version to 7. Then click Apply. And then you want to add this library override, urlmon. Some people say that helps. I've got it working by doing it this way, so I'm going to keep on doing it. And then once you're done the applications and the libraries, click OK. And then once you're done with that, you can go ahead and run the executable. So let's see, let's go back to downloads. Already download the installer, but if you don't know where that is, you can just go to Ashes Creations at home, log in, get launcher, download it there. So I already did that, so let me go back to bottles. So I'm going to click on run again, and then click on the launcher. So that is going to open up this window. Then you're going to click on next. Make sure everything's unchecked besides the easy anti-cheat. Click next. and then that will run whatever it's running. Wait for that to go. There we go, and then click agree, install, and then you can run the launcher. So when I run the launcher, it's a black screen for me, mostly because I think it's because we are on Wayland on this one. So let me show you how to get that fixed. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the launcher. If that didn't work, you can click on here and let's see, click on the power button up top and force stop. And then what I'm going to do is just click on the dots up here, click on browse, and then that's where you saved it. So I saved it in downloads, and I created the new folder. Bottles 2 is here, or in my case, Ashes YouTube. You want to go to Drive C, Program Files, Intro Launcher, and then this is where you will see if you have the file called, let's see, DXVK. So let's do a search, DXVK. So in my case, you need to create it. So just create a file, dxvk.config, click OK, and then you want to open up this file. You know, use any text editor really, and then you want to paste this right here and save it. All this is doing is changing the shader so you can remove the black screen. So then now that's done, we can go back to bottles, and then let me just close all this. Then we can launch it again, and then now we get the actual launcher. Now I'm going to click on login. It's going to give you this authentication screen, and then if everything works out, it should not be a black screen or anything like that. So I'm going to log in real quick. I'm just going to move it off screen so you don't see my login details. And I clicked sign in, and then you just want to continue with the prompts. Install, click OK. There might be some setting to get rid of that SSD, but for the most part, I didn't have to change anything to get that working. And then you go ahead and let the game install. But I already have it installed, so I'm going to go to that installation on that one. So let's see, go to Ashes. I'm going to launch it right here. And then log in. Thankfully, you don't have to re-log in. So it's going to open up the authenticator. Then go ahead and log in for me. Now, if I go ahead and just click on launch, it's not going to do anything. So just wait for that to go. And yeah, just going to keep on doing that. So the next thing you want to do is go ahead and add this AOC client to bottles, just so you have it there. So go to add shortcut, and then you just follow the paths to documents, Ashes, so drive C, programs, enter, and then Ashes of creation, prod, then you would just want to click on that, add it. So far there's an issue with bottles and the dependencies with trying to just having it work there. So what we need to do is let's first close everything down and then open up Steam. Here we want to go to your library, then add a non-Steam game. You're going to browse the same spot. So all my bottles locations are in downloads, so that's what I'm going to go to do. Actually, so I need to go. Sorry, I just didn't want you to see my other files here. My actual bottles download is in documents, and so I want to go to Ashes, Drive, Programs, Ashes, Prod, and then double click on AOC client. Click add, and then what you're going to do here is go ahead and add the force compatibility for Proton Experiment, and then as a shortcut, you are going to add this command for the launch options, and I'll put this in chat and in the description as well, so you can grab it. You will be replacing this port number with another number, and I'll show you that in a bit. There is a way to automatically do this, but I haven't had it to work. So let me kind of show you what happens when we don't have the launch options first. So let me click on this and then click on play. It's on my other screen, so just give me a minute and I will move it down below. Okay, give me a second. Let's go to properties, paste this in. So what you want to type in is open up your terminal, and then you want to type in this command here, netstab. Right now you won't get anything because before you need to make sure to have the launcher open first, and then you want to log in. This will initialize the port forwarding network stuff that you need. So if I enter it again, comes up with this answer, and then this is the number you want. So let's go back to Steam, properties, and then replace this. Launch another port to the current port that we have. So if I close that, play it, and give me a second, I need to get in the game. It's on my other screen, and move it down, and I'll show you exactly what you should be seeing. So let me go ahead and change. Let's do 10, 20, accept, window, accept. Okay. So let me close this game and then let me relaunch it. So play. Okay, so here's the game with everything, with the launch codes and everything. It's going to prompt you about outdated graphics. I'm just going to click no, and then it should allow you to log in. And then you should be able to create a character and do everything from there. So that's fine. So I want to show you this change. Show you that I can actually get into the game. So if I click play, I did have an issue where I was locked up on this loading screen, but with everything that I show you, I was able to get through it. Yep, there we go. It's usually a lot faster than that, but just kind of show you. And there's, I guess, some other people. I'm in the game on this character. I've been playing for 4 or 5 hours last night, and was playing just fine without any freezes. It's having some graphical issues, but nothing game breaking as of right now. So let me go ahead and exit game. Now I do want to say this is how it works right now. It may change. So I'm always, my go-to right now is going back to Ashes of Creation forms, and just some other items that might help you out as well is Flatseal. I did kind of skip over this, but you do want to make sure bottles in the file system. You allow you know your documents folder, so that way Bottles and Steam can access the Bottles installation. So you just want to make sure of that. So I have on both of them home, documents, and then local games, which is where I'm storing all my Bottles games. And then let's go back to Bottles here, and then the same thing here. That way both programs can access the Bottles location. And you can also use this as well, but I would make sure to turn off user files and all system files just for security, and then just add this, and then you can go /home/mbc/documents or downloads, wherever you are storing the Bottles installation. And then the other thing is, instead of doing the netstat every single time you need to launch the game, there are commands in the forums where you can automate that, but I never got these commands to work, so I'm just going to do it manually every single time, and maybe troubleshoot that later on. But I'm able to get the game running, and that's all that really matters. So I can go ahead and play with my friends as well. There are possible solutions to getting this AOE side client. So if I change the launch options, trying to get the command options to work for this as well, and changing that as well. You may need to change, or not change, but add some variables as well in Flatseal to allow those commands through. But those are just some other, things that you can also try and troubleshoot if you couldn't get it to working the same way I did. But if you follow through this, and also just reach out to the forums, because there's a way, those guys on the forums are a lot smarter than me, and I was just trying to get it to work on my end. So just kind of final thoughts here to get everything working. So first thing you want to do is go ahead and click on Enter Your Studio Launcher, and then once this opens, log in first, and that'll bring up the authenticator, everything like that. And then you want to go ahead, and after it's on this screen here where you see a launch game, you want to do the netstat command in the terminal to get your most recent port. Copy that, and then on Steam, go to Properties, and then change out that port. And then if I click play, and then here is the game launching. And then it's going to continuously add this. There's probably other commands you can add into the config file, but I haven't looked into it. But I have the game running, and I'm just happy about that. And then here's the game. So hopefully this helps give you another perspective on how I was able to get it launching on Fedora in Wayland, and hopefully some other ways that you may be able to troubleshoot your own issues as well. So hopefully that helps. I appreciate it. I will put links in the description and chat, and along with kind of the step-by-step as well, if I missed anything with this, to kind of help resolve any questions you might have had. Anyway, thanks. Bye.